Has Trey had his surgery yet?
No, it's today. Yeah, it'll be sometime. Sometime today. They couldn't get it first thing this morning.
What's his mind frame?
He was, his spirits was good yesterday. He was in, and I wouldn't say excited. He just understands it has to be done. He at this point, just want to get it over so he can get back to rehab and get better to move forward.
So you made a cut yesterday. I mean, are you pretty much made up in your mind on who's going to make this team at this point, or can these guys still win a spot, tomorrow night?
They're still here for a reason, man. They're still here working for an opportunity to be a part of the team for the year. So, I always look at it from the standpoint, if I'm here, I got a chance to be here the remainder of the time, so I want them to continue working.
What are you seeing from Scott and Lester right now?
Scott is a point guard. He's pushing the pace that we want. He's getting more and more comfortable now, but he knows he'll get more reps on the floor. And it's a big opportunity for him. So I want him to continue to keep the pace up, to organize the team, to get them in their sets, to make sure we're getting the execution and the pace that we're looking to get.
Do you feel comfortable with a guy who's kind of trying to fight for a roster spot and suddenly becoming your backup point guard?
Well, I was one of those guys, so I was that way in this league, and you look for an opportunity. Now, do you step up and get it done? I think he will relish in the moment. We'll see what happens there. So he is the guy that we have now to try and take that spot.
Did Alex see some time yesterday at point guard position?
We played him more, and it's we've done that with him last year, and he's a two-man, and he wanted to play his position. But you know what? He's going to be on the floor at different times and put the ball in his hand in order to make plays, but we want him to be able to make plays to score for us also.
Could you see him evolving into the primary backup point guard as a temporary
He can
fix?
play the role as a temporary fix. Yeah, heck, last year we started him, at the point for us a few games. So, he can play both positions, and I don't have any problem with him playing there. It's just not his position. His position is a two-man. We can put the ball in his hands to initiate offense for us, but he'd rather play with two.
You touched on it yesterday. How hard, but again, if I can go back to it, how hard is it for coaches to this time of the year face these young guys? So you see families walking up and down the hall outside the locker room, and you just know how important it is to them.
It's to make cuts. You mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing because if a guy is here trying to fulfill his dream, the opportunity is in front of him, and you have to come to a point for this story, this chapter in the story for a little bit if you have to let a guy go. So it's part of it. It's a nasty part of the business, but you just wish the guy well, trying to encourage him as much as you can, hopefully continue on the path and look forward to the next opportunity.
Ty, does Trey's injury make it more likely that Alec will come off the bench so he can do some of those secondary ball handling?
We'll see. We'll see. It may be opportunity at time because of size. We start him at point. Lucas is a smaller guy. Scott is a smaller point guard also. So against some points, it may be better for us to start Alec if we're going to use him in that backup role as a point to start him some games. To match up some with some of the other guys, but you know what? We have to figure out those things as we go forward. Hopefully, like I told guys yesterday, everybody has to be ready to go, and we'll move some things around here to see what gives us the best chance going forward. But just be ready to play.
John's only started 2 games in his NBA career. Does that make you nervous? Or are you comfortable with his evolution as a player?
Absolutely. He knows what he's getting ready to face. He understands that if he start or come off the bench, he'll be ready to go. And he's been really good in practices. He's been really good in the games for us. He's looking forward to his opportunity. Yesterday in practice, I thought he was one of the more energetic guys, more vocal guys, and made the right plays for his team.
Are you more likely? Are you pushing to carry 15 guys now with a couple of injuries?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know completely just yet, but Marvin and Brendan is still, we don't know where they'll be. So that's 2 bodies that they'll be on the roster, but will they be available for us? So we may have to carry extra bodies just to hold those spots, to wait for those guys to get back on the floor.
Are either Brandon or Marvin close?
I think they're getting closer every day. Brandon's date is the 26th, I think, to go back and get another evaluation. And we'll see where that goes. Marvin's is a little bit sooner, and as both starting to increase the activity a little bit more, but getting on the floor with 5 guys is a ways off.
If Alec is asked to play some point guard, does that increase Ian Clark's role on the team?
Well, it increase everybody's role on the team because you take, when you get a guy like Trey going down who will count on being the point guard for us early on here, everybody has to be ready for their role to increase.
You do have a game tomorrow. What do you need to get done in light of kind of a lackluster effort against the Clippers?
Well, we got to come out and play harder. The main thing is for us to execute and give a better effort than I thought we gave the other night. It's a learning process for a young team. Back to back, we travel, but you can't use any of those excuses. You got to make sure you come out and play. And if the team beat us with our best foot effort, putting our best effort forth, then they beat us. But we got to make sure we come out and compete against them. I don't care who it is. And take nothing away from the Clippers. They're a great ball club, and they're built to win it now. But we want to make sure we compete against everybody.
You play in Portland